A hero in our time, the true story of Captain Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is more than just a president, he is a visionary leader, a brave son of Africa, and the hope of a nation that has suffered for too long.
These so-called Democrats need to understand this. When thousands of Nigerians died in their hospital beds due to lack of electricity or lack of medicine, it is a crime. They are responsible for these sanctions. They are responsible for these deaths. The same thing is happening in Mali. With Burkina, we have indirect sanctions because people need to understand.
He came not with fancy words or empty promises, but with fire in his heart and a mission to bring freedom, peace, and dignity to the people of Burkina Faso. He didn't rise to power with greed or hunger for fame. No. He rose because the people cried for help. The land was bleeding. Corruption was high, terrorists were spreading, and our leaders were failing us. So on September 30, 2022, Ibrahim Traore, then only 34 years old, led a group of patriotic soldiers and took control. Not for himself, but for all of us. It was not a coup, it was a rescue mission. Since then, enemies have plotted to remove him not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. They used lies, money, and foreign tricks, but every time they failed. Why? Because the people and the loyal soldiers stood by him. Not just as followers, but as brothers. His men trust him with their lives because he has never betrayed them. What makes President Traore different is his deep love for Africa. He speaks openly against neo-colonialism. He says what other leaders are afraid to say. He believes Africans must own their land, control their wealth, and write their own future. And he doesn't just speak, he acts. He removed foreign troops who had failed to bring security. He called for unity with Mali and Niger. He stopped the plundering of Burkina Faso's gold and started building a stronger local economy. One night after patrol, near a small fire in a forest base, one of his men asked, "Captain, aren't you afraid they will come for you?" He smiled and said, "I fear nothing when I fight for truth. If I die, let it be for my people. But until then, I will never bow." That's who Ibrahim Traore is, a man who chose sacrifice over comfort, and action over speeches. He sleeps less than most, reads more than any officer around him, and always listens to the cries of the poor. Today, Burkina Faso still faces challenges, but for the first time in many years, there is hope. Real hope. Not from foreign aid, but from African strength. From unity. From bold, young leaders like Traore. The world may not always understand him, but the people do. And they are proud to follow him. Long live Ibrahim Traore. Long live Burkina Faso. Long live a free and united Africa.